Welcome to the Blytheway Morning Show on Core London TV. I'm Bonnie Hughes, Business Development Manager for Royal Haskoning, DHB, for the Morning UK sector. I am here today interviewing Charles Barkley, who is the Chief Operating Officer of Bluebird Merchant Ventures. And Bluebird Merchant Ventures is a very interesting story. They are reopening what was once the second largest gold mine in South Korea. And this is one of those rare companies where management has been fully funding all the exploration as well as taking their salary in shares. So they must have a lot of confidence in their asset. Thank you very much for joining us today, Charles. Can you please give us an overview of the project?
Yeah, good afternoon or good morning, wherever you are. Yeah, the Gubong mine, as you said, is probably the second largest mine ever to work in Korea. And the Korea gold mining industry is quite interesting because it flourished mostly during the Japanese colonialization of South Korea and ended quite abruptly in 1943 when the Japanese pulled a halt to all gold mining. After the war, the gold mining industry had a stigma attached to it for a long time, and people in Korea didn't want to mine. So the Gubong mine, which had started back in the 1920s, sort of stood idle for a long time after the war, and then was taken up again and had its zenith, I think, in the early 60s, late 50s to early 60s. And at the end of 1967, and somewhere between 67 and 70, the mine closed down. There are various stories about why the mine closed, and they're disappearing in the mists of time, the reasons why that happened. But one can postulate that, the gold price was $40 an ounce. The company was known to be cash-strapped at the time, and it just shut down. So we, and I mean Bluebird, we're a group of mining engineers and project people. We've been in it all our lives. And one of the things that we've always done on many of the mines that we've worked is look at the old areas of the mines to reopen them. And we've done this quite successfully together and by ourselves on various projects. So we thought it would be a good idea to try the same thing with Gubong and reopen the whole mine. The benefits to anybody investing in that is that with over 120 kilometers of development that's already done, lots of ore that's been left behind because it was just never cleaned. The mine closed down very quickly. So there is a potential for a large tonnage of ore that is already broken and easy to mine and bring up to surface. So that's what we look for. We look for the cheap ore. At the same time, our partners who we're farming in with, Southern Gold in Australia, they're explorers, and they see the exploration potential around the mine itself. We see the exploration potential inside the mine, but we're not explorers. We are mining and project people. So we're going to open up the mine, and they have the benefit, if they find a discovery around the mine, that they will have somewhere to put their ore very quickly and bring the exploration results to book very quickly.
And was it your joint venture partners that sort of introduced you to this mine, or how did you come to discover it?
Well, it was actually a company that was really looking for a partner, or looking for a rescuer, and the two of us, Southern Gold and ourselves, were both heading in the same direction at the same time for different reasons. So we actually met and decided that it would be a good idea to work together on this because we both had different ideas, and the partnership started from there. And I'm pleased to say it's been a very good partnership so far, and we enjoy working with them.
And what's the terms of your joint venture agreement?
Well, we each of the properties that they have, and they have, I think it's 12 or 14 project areas in South Korea. You have to remember there's over 1,400 extinct, if I would use that term, gold mines in South Korea. So there's plenty
Wow.
to open. But they have 14 areas of exploration. And on at least 6 of those, there are old mines or old mine workings. We have chosen Gubong as a flagship because it was the second largest. The terms are that we put in $500,000 worth of work into that project to bring it up to to get to a feasible plan to go to production. And that's what we're after. We're after getting into production within 30 months.
Wow, that's
So,
incredible. And are you potentially looking at other projects as well in the same area?
well, we're certainly very interested in the whole area, yes. South Korea is an exceptionally good jurisdiction, and a couple of benefits like no royalty on gold at all make it really worthwhile. The infrastructure in South Korea is quite beyond belief. Don't let anybody ever tell you that South Korea is an emerging nation. They are very much a first-class world nation.
And is the permitting process quite simple there as well?
Well, permitting processes are always bureaucratic, but the process is clear and transparent. And thus far, we've had nothing but encouragement to get on and do what we're trying to do, particularly in the area of Gubong, where the county is encouraging us daily to reopen the mine faster than I think we could possibly do it. But they're really encouraging us and being very, very helpful.
Well, I noticed that you had some news the other day on some grab samples from the mine. Can you just give us the significance of those?
Yeah, grab sampling, as any geologist will tell you, tends to have a bias towards the higher grades because you are looking for gold. So the eye naturally chooses the better samples. For us, that is that is our bread and butter. If we can choose the samples and get the right grades, then remember that they are grab samples. They are from ore that has been left behind in the mine. It's been from ore that is left lying between the tracks of haulages which have been carrying ore trucks for maybe 10, 15 years. And so a lot of gold goes into the ballast under the tracks. So if we can find gold there, then that is a source of tonnage to us when we enter the mine. All the other places that we look, like in spillage in the shafts, we got some very good results there, all showing that there's still gold down that mine. And it's all what we're picking up now is the broken ore. We haven't moved to the solid stuff yet. That will come in time because many of the areas of that mine will have been ignored for mining and processing purposes in the 60s because they would simply have been unpayable.
And I suppose
And
there's a significant saving to doing channel sampling as opposed to doing drilling.
there is. I mean, there is a protocol when you are doing sampling underground of an ore body to equate to a drill hole. So we will be following that where we are looking for JORC type results, which will come in time. But we're not too fussed about getting at huge resources to start with.
And it's quite amazing that at this point you're a publicly company and you haven't tapped the equity market yet. All of you have basically been funding this with your own money and not taking any salaries. That's quite amazing.
Yeah, we have a salary sacrifice thing, and obviously, we have to live. But yeah, we're sacrificing our salary and putting our money into the projects, and we're very, very keen on Gubong. As I say, it's a very big mine.
Well, thank you.
Was a very big mine.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to further news on the story and seeing you again. And I look forward to our next conversation.
Thank you very much, Bonnie. Good day to you.
Good day to you as well. And thank you everyone for watching Core London and the Live Wave Morning Show. Look forward to seeing you again next time.